Hi, my name is Rance Allen, and my informative speech will be on how to tune your bass guitar or any guitar that you may have. The tuning feature is very important because if you have been playing for years or you're just starting, it is always important that you make sure you have the right tone, the right sound, and make sure your strings are always in full effect while you are tuning. If you're not tuned correctly, the guitar will really sound off pitch, and that will make you hear different things. It will make you hear the people that are playing beside you hear different things, and it will also make everything sound off. Things that you should know about tuning is the pitch that it makes, the sound that you are looking for, and the things that you should have while you are doing this process. The process are having your guitar in hand with you, an electronic tuner, the strings that if you're going to change the strings, and a guitar cable. It is also more important to tune your guitar in a quiet space or a space that you can hear. That way you can hear the pitch that the strings are making and the sound that you are looking for. It is also important to know which tuner you are using, the hertz that it uses, whether it's 4/4 or if you're tuned flat, make sure you tune that number down on the tuner. That way you can get the correct pitch on the string as well. Whether you are tuning flat or tuning standard, which is the 430 hertz, you should always correct the tuner number, whether you are tuning flat or tuning standard, because if you don't, it will mess the whole process up. What I like to use is a standard clip-on tuner, such as this one, and make sure that it powers on, because if it doesn't, the tuning process will not work. And make sure that the hertz are in full effect, and make sure that the strings are on tightly, because if you don't, the tuning process will not go through and the tuner will not pick up what the strings are putting down. An easy way to remember the strings on your bass guitar is use the phrase, every animal dances gracefully. They, the words for that phrase is because you have the E string, the A string, the D string, and the G string. Every animal dances gracefully. So that's a quick way to, and a quick reminder to remember the strings on your bass guitar and the pitch that it matches to the tuning process. When you are tuning your guitar, the first thing you want to do is clip the tuner on the headstock of the guitar and turn the guitar on. It should power successfully. Now, once you do this process, you should go ahead, make sure the tuner is in correct position on the guitar, and go ahead and start with your lowest string first and work your way down on all of the strings. Not every time will the tuning peg be in correct pitch on the guitar, so it's also important for you. You might want to have this tuner every time you have want to tune your guitar, because the tuning pegs will not always be in the correct position, so you sometimes have to adjust them. Training also goes a long way with tuning your guitar, because like myself, my ears are basically trained that way I can hear different things while I'm playing, and I can go ahead and adjust my tuning pegs, and I can get the tuning process right so everything won't sound so off. When everything is off, it may affect you, it may affect the people you are playing with, and it could also affect the sound of your guitar, it could affect your strings, certain things like that. Blending your notes is the main factor when tuning your guitar, because if your tuning is off, it could affect the whole band, it could affect you, and it could affect your guitar as well. It is always important that whenever, if you are late, if you are on time, anything such as that nature, if I'm late, I'm going to always tune my guitar first, because I don't want to affect the whole band. I don't want to affect myself, and I don't want to affect the sound that I'm putting out, because nobody wants to have an off sound when they're playing an instrument. Another good way to remember when tuning a guitar, if you start on the E string and you work your way down, every string is going to be a fourth of the top string. So say for instance, if I'm playing on the E string, the fourth note of E is a minor. So the second string is going to always be an A minor. And if I'm playing on the note of A, the fourth note of A is going to be a D major. I excuse myself. If I'm playing on the E string, the second the second string under the E string is going to be an A major note. So it's going to always be a fourth note of the top string. After you get done tuning your guitar, you want to always remember to stretch your strings after you get done tuning, because this could prevent the strings from slipping out of the nut, which controls the strings. It could also prevent string worn, If the strings are worn out, it could also prevent different things like that, and it could also prevent you sounding bad as well.